Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. This is Monica Love at the Love Messages. So today we're going to be doing a reading for the sign of Cancer and Sagittarius. And this is going to be a the exclusive deep love reading that I do once a week on my channel. If you're interested in winning a deep love reading on the channel, you could vote on Sundays. I usually post in the community section on Sundays, and that is when everyone has an opportunity to vote their sign and the sign that they're dealing with. And the person who gets the most likes and comments under their comment will win. Now, if you are a part of the Membership Mondays, the way the Membership Mondays works is that you join the channel, subscribe to the channel, and join the Membership Mondays, which is joining and being a part of the channel. There is a fee associated with that monthly, so you would pay a monthly fee. And once you join the Membership Mondays, you then have priority over all the other voters to win an exclusive love reading. And by being a part of the Membership Mondays, you automatically get chosen unless another member votes at the same time as you, depending on that situation. If a member votes at the same time as you, it will be based on the number of likes and comments on that comment that you've made. Okay, so now if that's too confusing for you and you don't seem to understand what I'm talking about, there is information on the channel. Just click on the join button and there is a video there explaining everything to you in detail. Okay, so I just want to go over how this reading works and how I'm going to be explaining everything, and then I will be jumping into the reading. This reading typically is about an hour-long reading. Sometimes it could be 35 minutes, sometimes it could be an hour, 45 minutes. It really depends on the energy and what I'm seeing in the cards, okay? All right, so the way this reading works is it's a tarot astrology combined reading, and the purpose of this reading is to help you understand, understand, and overstand the components that really are important in this relationship. Okay, when two people come together, there are energies between you and this person that draw you two together. And there's also certain houses in astrology, which we're going to be talking about, and planets in astrology that could possibly be influencing this connection that you are in. Now, this is a timeless reading, so when you click on this reading, that will be the time for you to view this reading. Okay, so this reading does not have a time frame to it. It's meant to give those of you who are in a connection with either the sign of Cancer or the sign of Sagittarius some sort of guidance on your personal situation. Okay, now I do want to mention that this is a general reading, so it's not going to resonate completely from beginning to end for every single person. And that's not the type of reader that I am. If you are new to my channel and you don't know what type of reader I am, I'm actually a reader who just gives messages, okay? So, there will be certain messages within this reading that will give you confirmation, that will give you some sort of insight into your situation. It's not meant to be a reading to resonate with you from point A to point B. And the reason for that is because we have thousands of people watching these videos, okay? So it needs to be able to cater to a large number of people on the channel, okay? So this is how this reading works. So I will be pulling an overview of this relationship and the energies that are present in the relationship. Then I will be pulling some energy to see how your person feels for both sides, as well as the actions that this person is likely to take towards you and vice versa, as well as an outcome if required. I will also be pulling some romance angel cards to get some more information on the energy that's taking place. And I will also be doing some sort of clarification if it's required in the reading. Okay, so this is basically the overview of what's going on. Now, I'm going to get into the astrological components of what I've studied and what I've been connecting to in terms of these two signs. And I'm going to explain a little bit about that for you. Okay, so let's start off with the sign of Cancer. Okay, so we have the sign of Cancer here. And Cancer is associated with the crab, okay? It's associated with the crab, the one that runs on the beach, It's a very feminine sign, okay? It's a feminine energy. Whereas Sagittarius is the archer, okay? So Sagittarius is the half, half man, half horse, or half woman, half horse, however you'd like to explain it. But this is an energy that is associated with the sign of Jupiter, and it's a masculine sign. Okay, so Sagittarius is a masculine sign, and Cancer is a feminine sign, and Cancer is associated with the moon in astrology. In tarot, it is the Chariot, but in astrology, it's the moon. Okay, so very watery energy here, and we have fire energy. So what happens when we put fire and water together? Well, usually, water puts out fire, and fire boils water. So, as you could tell based on the astrological components of these two signs, it is definitely a challenging relationship. It's not a relationship that's going to be easy for these two. This relationship needs work, okay, because of the elemental components that are involved in this connection. So, what draws these two people together is the fact that Sagittarius is really a lot different than the sign of Cancer, and Cancer is a lot different from the sign of Sagittarius. Why? Well, because we're dealing with a sign that's feminine, and we're dealing with a sign that is masculine. And this is what draws these two signs together, is the polarity within the connection. There's a polarity. What does the polarity mean? It means that we're dealing with one feminine side, something that Sagittarius doesn't have. Sagittarius doesn't have that feminine component, and Cancer doesn't have the masculine component, so they're automatically drawn to one another, and they're quite different. In fact, they're almost in opposition. Cancer's opposite sign, 7th house, is Capricorn, and Sagittarius's opposite house is Gemini. So as you can see, there's a very strong attraction here because of the difference in the qualities within each person. Okay, but there is work that needs to be done if this relationship is going to sustain itself. It doesn't mean that it's not possible. It just means that there needs to be work. Another observation that I made when I was doing my research and just thinking and doing my meditation is that in the tarot, Cancer is associated with the Chariot, which is moving forward. Okay, so Cancer is the sign in this case that wants to move and propel forward at most of the time very quickly. Okay, and Cancer is very emotional. Okay, it's an emotional sign which is associated with the moon. Which what happens to the moon? Well, the moon changes phases, right? So Cancer could be very up and down, and Sagittarius is in tarot is ruled by the in astrology it's Jupiter, which is the biggest planet in this case, and whatever it touches it expands. So and in tarot, it's associated with the Temperance. So the Temperance card is about what? Divine timing. It's about balance. It's about divine intervention. It's about a number of different things, right? So really looking at these two signs, you need to look at the two components and put them together and see how they would affect each other. So Sagittarius, whatever it touches, it expands, right? Because it's associated with Jupiter. So whenever it touches Cancer, it expands the emotions and it expands the need to move forward at a rapid pace, because this is what Cancer rules. And when Cancer touches Sagittarius, it tries to propel Sagittarius forward in a very quick manner, sometimes in an emotional manner. And it could be difficult for Sagittarius to take on all of this emotional energy very quickly because it expands anything that it touches. So there needs to be a very strong balance in this connection for it to work. And this is sometimes something that is very misinterpreted by both signs, because both signs don't understand each other. These two signs, they're not two signs that understand each other unless indicated in the chart. When I say unless indicated in the chart, I mean, if you have earth signs, like for example, if you share signs with this person, in their chart, then it's more likely to work. If you have the same elements or the same things that draw each other together, it will work. And the reason why I'm saying that is because Sagittarius is a fire sign and Cancer is a water sign, okay? And we know what happens with water and fire when they're mixed together, okay? So you need to be careful of that. The other thing too is Sagittarius most likely has planets in water signs, Scorpio, because it's sextile in astrology to Scorpio, which attracts Cancer, and Cancer may have planets in Leo, which attracts Sagittarius, and this is again why they would be very attracted to one another. Okay, so this is the background story of the astrological components of these two signs. These are things that you'll want to know, especially the water element and the fire element, and what happens when fire and water are put together. Okay. All right. So what we're going to be doing now, we're going to get into the reading, and we're going to be looking at how this relationship has manifested. What is the overall energy between you and this person? And what is the energy? What is the energy between you and this person, and the overall storyline behind you two? Okay, so let's see what's going on here for, and by the way, I just want to mention, if you're a Cancer dealing with Sagittarius, this is going to be your reading. If you're a Sagittarius dealing with a Cancer, this is going to be your reading. If you have any signs in your chart that are Cancer and your person has any signs in their chart of Sagittarius, this is again going to be a reading for you. Okay, so if you have these signs in your chart, this could be a reading for you. Okay, if you just click on this reading randomly, this could be a reading for you. Again, the messages are going to vary within the reading to give you some sort of clarity and insight into your situation. Okay, all right, so let's start off by seeing what the energy is for you and your person, which is between Cancer and Sagittarius. What is the energy between these two signs? What is it that we need to know? What is the basic energy between these two signs? What brings them together? What is the energy between these two signs? Love and light. What is the energy between these two signs? What I'm hearing right now is wait. That's what I'm hearing. I'm hearing waiting. I'm hearing void. I'm hearing take your time. That's what I'm hearing. I'm hearing take your time. So this is a connection that, again, somebody here, it could be Cancer trying to rush things, trying to propel things forward, where Sagittarius is trying to find some sort of divine sign that this is the right connection for them, is what I'm getting. Okay, so the energy between you and this person is the Ten of Pentacles. Yep, Ten of Pentacles, that makes sense. So here's the thing. I'm going to tell you right off the bat, Cancer, Sagittarius, the potential for this relationship is huge. There's a lot of, there's a huge possibility for you and this person. The issue that I'm seeing here with the Ten of Pentacles is when we talk about the Ten of Pentacles, what does the Ten of Pentacles talk about? It talks about longevity. It talks about generational wealth. It talks about sometimes, in some cases, grandparents or children that could be involved in the situation. So what is required here, like I said at the beginning, I heard wait, right? I heard wait, and I heard this is going to take time. If these two signs can come together and realize the required need to be patient in coming together, it could work. But it's not something I feel that is going to manifest for you right away. It's not something that when you see this person, you're going to get married right away. You're going to, be in a committed relationship right away. For some of you, you have to become friends first before you even get into that place of being in that type of relationship that you're looking for. The Ten of Pentacles has to go through the Ace of Pentacles, the Two of Pentacles, the Three of Pentacles. It has to go through all the phases of Pentacles just to get to the Ten of Pentacles, which means you and this person are going to go through a lot of ups and downs, a lot of times where things need to grow and things need to manifest. Because again, Cancer is coming in as the Chariot, wanting to move swiftly, quickly. And Sagittarius is like, I need time, temperance, okay? So this is the issue between the connection that I see already. And I was feeling that in my meditation, that somebody here is rushing the connection. And the thing is with Cancer is Cancer needs to be able to harness and control the emotional centers, because Sagittarius is not an emotional sign. It's a sign of expansion. It's a sign of being busy, being active, traveling, foreign cultures, foreign places. So, Sagittarius is not the sign to be bogged down. They don't want to be bogged down. They don't want to be controlled. They don't want to be, imposed on. And Cancer could be a little bit smothering in that case. And for Sagittarius with Cancer, sometimes Cancer has a difficulty being patient in some cases. If the Cancerian is not evolved, and what do I mean by evolved? Every single sign evolves, okay? So when I talk about Cancer turning into Leo and Sagittarius turning into Capricorn, that's called evolution. It's called the progressions in the astrological chart. Many of you won't know that because you haven't studied astrology. But if you have studied astrology, you will know that we all progress. We never stay the same sign over our lifetime because we're here to progress throughout the natal wheel, okay? So if you are an evolved Cancer, you will know that you need to harness your emotions, you need to harness your chariot energy and not just want to jump in and rush forward, because this could be your downfall. And for Sagittarius, if Sagittarius is not evolved, and by the way, Sagittarius is a little more evolved than Cancer because it's a sign that's later in the zodiac natal wheel. Sagittarius has to also learn how to control one's ability to expand. And sometimes they may be pushed to expand at a rapid pace because of Cancer. And this could be a little bit of a downfall. And this is why Sagittarius may retreat, okay? Because Sagittarius doesn't like to be controlled. It doesn't like to be harnessed. It's not a sign that likes to be confined, okay? And remember, the water energy could put Sagittarius out, okay? And Sagittarius can boil Cancer. So these are things that need to be balanced. And what Spirit is telling me with the Ten of Pentacles in the middle of the reading here, it's talking about, okay, yeah, this could work, but it's a long-term commitment. It's a long-term connection. It's not something that, you're going to jump in and you're going to get everything right away. No, it's something that happens over time. The Ten of Pentacles in this case is something that takes generations, sometimes years to build. And some of you aren't being patient enough to do that, okay? So being patient, what does it lead to? The Six of Wands, victory, happiness, confidence, okay? So these are things that you really got to be conscious of if this is something that you want to manifest. All right, so let's get into the reading and let's see the overall story between you and this person. Ooh, okay. That's a tough card to come out to be the first one. Okay. Okay. And put some energy down here to see what is likely to happen between you and this person. Okay. Okay. All right. So bottom of the deck, we have the Judgment card. So I feel in this reading, a lot of you who need this reading, a lot of you will need this reading. A lot of you have been going through confusion. I'm just going to pull this back a little bit so you could see what's going on here. Okay. A lot of you have been going through a lot of confusion in terms of this connection for quite some time. I'm feeling there's been a lot of ups and downs in the connection, a lot of uncertainty in the connection, not knowing where things are going. For some of you, this relationship started very, very quickly and ended very quickly. Or that's what could possibly happen in this connection. And I'm going to explain why. Now, just off of the cards and what I'm seeing here, I feel Sagittarius was very drawn to you, Cancer, because they realized something within you that was very calming to them. Very like family oriented, kind, loving, caring, sweet. And for Cancer, you're really attracted to Sagittarius because of the free kind of energy that they give, the not being restrained, not being restricted, this confident kind of energy that's taking place. I strongly feel here for Sagittarius, for many of you who got involved with the Cancer, there could have been a major ending that happened in your past. Maybe you were in another relationship, things didn't work out in the past relationship with that person that you were with in the past, and Cancer was there to kind of support you and help you through this. For some of you, I feel there's a very strong energy of third-party energy here. Like there was a third-party situation where one of you got involved with the other person and the other person was still in a relationship with someone else, okay? And there needed to be a decision that needed to be made in the past, Two of Pentacles, where someone had to decide, and it could have caused a lot of pain for this person to decide between you and someone else, okay? I'm really strongly feeling that. And for a while, the energy was held back. Somebody was holding their energy back here. I feel like this was Cancer in the past because Cancer kind of knew that Sagittarius wasn't ready to kind of go for the plunge and go for this, right? There was a lot of indecisiveness. Now, the energy between you and this person is a Fool card. So I feel like you and this person are always trying to start a new beginning. You're always trying to make things work. You're always trying to take a leap of faith. And there's this energy of, yeah, it's going to work out between us. Like, don't worry, over time, I'm willing to wait for you. I'm willing to do whatever I need. This is about taking a risk, okay? And the Fool card in this case is about taking a risk. So you and your person, this connection, it's about taking a risk, because the Fool card, when we look at the Fool card, we look at someone who's ready to jump off of a cliff, and they're not really conscious of what could be the ramifications of jumping off of this cliff, right? So this is the energy between you and this person in the early stages of the connection is, yeah, let's take this risk. Let's see what happens. Now, here comes the issue. And the issue, I feel, starts mainly off with Sagittarius, because Sagittarius has more energy on their side of endings, of endings, cycles, endings, healing, being stagnant, not being sure of what to do, lots of start energy and then stop, start, stop, stop. It's like Sagittarius goes for it and then is halted, is stagnant, goes for it and then stagnates. Okay, so there's a reason for this. And the reason why Sagittarius is like this is because many Sagittarians have gone through a major ending. Everything is fine. Everything is good. In this tarot deck, we see everything is fine. Everything's good. This is in conjunction with the Four of Swords, meaning this person had to go through a major ending in their past relationship. This could have been a past relationship. I'm really picking up a past relationship here. And it caused them to really be in this place of being really sad and upset and angry and in pain and suffering because of an ending that happened. And Cancer could have came in and said, you know what? I'll be here to support you. I'll be here to help you in this time. There was a very strong energy of support here for Sagittarius. And this is something that helped Sagittarius heal. Okay. And this could be still going on right now in the connection. But Sagittarius is in a place of healing. They're in a place of still needing to get over a past relationship before they embark on this new connection. And the way Sagittarius is coming across to Cancer is the Hangman energy, meaning the Hanged One. And what does the Hanged One mean in this case? Well, not taking action. And Cancer thinks, well, is there something wrong with me? Maybe there's something wrong with me. Maybe I'm not good enough. Maybe, there's all these questions swirling around in Cancer's mind. And what does it do? It creates a lack of confidence for Cancer. It creates this feeling of I'm not good enough, or it's all these things, and it's all part of the emotions that are associated with the sign of Cancer. So this is not about Sagittarius making you feel inadequate. This is about what Sagittarius went through, because Sagittarius, even though they may not go around saying it or explaining how they feel, this is something that's personal for Sagittarius. I feel this is like personal. I personally, I'm hearing I personally went through something and it was difficult for me to go through, and I'm still getting over it. And, it doesn't mean that I'm not interested in you. It just means that I need time. So Sagittarius needs time. And, this is going to be something that's really important if Cancer really wants this connection. The one thing I'm hearing as well, too, is Cancer, do not take it personally. A lot of Cancerians in this situation, if this is your story, you take it very personal if Sagittarius doesn't call you back, or if Sagittarius doesn't commit to you right away, or if Sagittarius isn't emotionally open with you. You take a lot of things personally, and it actually has nothing to do with you. Because there is love here. There's a strong wanting desire to come together with this person and to come together long term. But these energies are so different that you and this person don't understand each other or how you work or function. And this could be an issue in the connection. Okay. Moving to Cancer's side, we have the Three of Swords, the Two of Pentacles, and the Four of Pentacles in reverse. So again, holding back in the past, feeling heartbroken from this person because they didn't make a decision, and they didn't make the decision fast enough in the past. And this has created some sort of stagnation. On the second part, we have the Lovers card, which means Cancer is really connected to Sagittarius. Cancer is looking at Sagittarius as, this could be my soulmate. This could be my soulmate. This could be somebody that I could be with for the rest of my life. This is the Lovers card, right? Lots of love here. And I feel, for some of you, when you got together with Sagittarius, you felt like it was divinely orchestrated. It was divine energy for you and this person to come together. And I feel that this is the case for you and this person. However, there's something here that has kind of been a little bit off. A couple of things for Cancer is Cancer feels like they have to put in a lot of work into this relationship. They feel like they have to put in uber's amount of work into the relationship to make it work. They have to push hard. They have to do a lot. And it almost feels like for Cancer, it's like, do I even really want this? Is this something that I want? Because if I have to put in all of this energy and all this effort into the connection, and I have to put so much, is it really worth it? This is what Cancer asks themselves all the time. Four of Cups. For some of you with this Four of Cups energy, I'm feeling a lack of appreciation, feeling a lack of love from this person, feeling like, yes, I feel a connection with them. Yes, I like them. Yes, I enjoy being with them. However, I'm tired of putting in all of this work and not getting anything out of it. So this could be a legitimate concern for the sign of Cancer because they're putting in so much work into this connection and they just don't know where it's going to go. Okay. In between you and this person, we have the Star card, meaning there is still hope. There is still a possibility that you and this person can come together on a few circumstances, on a few contingencies. What do I mean by contingencies? I mean, there's certain things that you need to consider. Again, like I said earlier in the reading, if you skip the beginning of the reading, I highly recommend go back and watch the beginning, because the beginning will give you certain clues on the astrological components of these two signs. They're two very different signs. They're not even the same element. They're not even the same gender, So you really got to really figure out what is the difference between you and this person, and understand those differences, understand and overstand those differences, so that you have a positive connection. There is hope here. For some of you, things will not come off the ground between you and this person until next year, because that's when a cycle is going to be closing for Sagittarius. Sagittarius is going through a cycle of closing. For some Sagittarians, in this case, they're ending a family situation. Maybe there was a divorce here, or maybe there's a family situation that they're ending here in order to be with you. And this is going to take time. For some of you, it might take a full year. It might take a whole year before you and this person have the opportunity to come together completely. And it doesn't mean that there's something wrong with Cancer. It doesn't mean that Cancer is not good enough. It just means that this person needs time, because they're ending things. Look, Ten of Swords twice in the reading. You have the 10 on your side, Cancer, and you have the 10 of Cups here on this side. This means that there's a cycle that's wrapping up for Sagittarius. And on top of that, we have the World card. I feel for some of you, if there hasn't been communication, there could be communication in August, okay? Moving towards the end of July, moving into August, there's a possibility for communication then. If it doesn't happen then, it could be in November. And the last time you spoke to this person, if you haven't spoken to them, could have been in May, okay? Early May, late April could have been the last time you talked to them, and there could have been an ending in that time frame. For some of you, this ending needs to happen for Sagittarius first before they can move forward with you, and that may not happen until January for some of you, okay? I feel like there's going to be communication around those times. So you could write this down if you have no contact or no communication. The communication may happen for you in the month of August, in the month of July, in the month of late October, early November, late December, early January, or late January, okay? So this is the time frames that there could be communication between you and this person, and it will happen very quickly and very swiftly. I feel like this is communication that will come from Sagittarius out of the blue, out of nowhere, and Cancer will not be expecting this. So what is recommended for Cancer in the time frame of no communication and no contact between Sagittarius? Work on yourself. Work on building yourself, work on building your self-esteem, work on building yourself, because I'm really strongly feeling here from the sign of Cancer, there's a lack of self-esteem. This is something that Cancer needs to be very careful of, because there are certain things that Sagittarius can do to lower your self-esteem. You may not be aware of this, but there's certain things that Sagittarius does that you question, and you may say, well, why is this person doing this? They're making me feel bad, or they're making me feel a certain way. No. You need to have control over your emotions if you're going to deal with Sagittarius, because Sagittarius is such an eccentric and erratic sign that you have to be ready for anything. The planet Jupiter is so large that anything it touches, it expands. So if it touches Cancer, it expands Cancer's emotions right away. And anytime Cancer touches Sagittarius, it expands Sagittarius's emotional centers. And it could be a lot for Sagittarius. This is why they maybe retreat from you or remove themselves from you in this connection. So these are really tips that I'm getting from the reading. I'm not saying that it's not possible for you to be with this person. I think there is a very strong possibility that things can work out between you and them. But 1, cycles need to end for Sagittarius. 2, Cancer needs to work on their self-confidence and not put as much work into the connection, because some of you put too much work into the connection, and then when you're not given back the amount of work you put into this, you feel like you're not being appreciated. 4 of Cups, okay? Now, some of the energies that I see here for Cancer is rushing in and wanting to get clarity. Okay, so this is something that you really want, is you want clarity on this connection. You want to know where you stand in this connection. And I think it's been quite evident where you stand in this connection in terms of knowing that you and this person have a strong possibility of being together, but you need to really understand, this is where the Ace of Swords comes in, really connect with the fact that Sagittarius doesn't respond to people who do things very quickly. And this could be because in the past, Sagittarius had to learn. This is part of Sagittarius's evolution, by the way, in astrology, is that when they rush in and they do things quickly, 1, there's a lot of accident prone. There's things that don't work out for them if they're moving very quickly. They have to be patient. This is why their card is a Temperance card, right? So the energy here, Cancer, with this Ace of Swords is telling you not to do this. Don't do the Knight of Swords thing, because what does it lead to between you and this person? This is what you need to be careful of. It leads to the Ten of Swords. Okay? So every time you rush in like crazy, like a crazy person, you're rushing in, you're doing things haphazardly, you want things now, you're not going to take no for an answer, you want things now, I'm not going to wait. This is not good energy, okay? This is what it leads to, Ten of Swords. And what has happened to Sagittarius in the past? Well, everything's fine. I had to heal because in the past I rushed in and I did things haphazardly. And Sagittarius can be a little bit worried about this because maybe in the past they experienced a relationship that ended very abruptly and there could have been children involved here. and it was a lot for Sagittarius to go through. So what does Sagittarius do? They take their time. What I find really interesting on Sagittarius' side and what Sagittarius needs to know when it comes to this connection is the Queen of Cups and the Five of Cups. So for the first thing I want to mention to Cancer is Sagittarius acknowledges your love. They appreciate you and they love you because they're on their side, they have the Queen of Cups, which is you. They acknowledge this. Look at the Two of Cups here at the back. There is a possibility for you and this to work. However, for some of you, not for all of you that watch this, but for some of you, there could have been a third party situation that initiated the relationship between you and Sagittarius. There could have been a hidden maybe connection here or a third party interference that happened here. And this could have been something that created an ending within the connection that Sagittarius was in before, or this could have been with you. But what I'm strongly getting here is there's an energy of things that have ended for Sagittarius. Sagittarius is still going through a healing phase. It may take Sagittarius months. And I'm also getting mirroring energies here where Sagittarius mirrors Cancer and Cancer mirrors Sagittarius. Why? Because Cancer wants to move very quickly, and this is what Sagittarius does. It moves very quickly when it's not evolved. Okay, and Sagittarius moves slowly because that's part of its tarot card, the Temperance. So when these signs are not evolved, they actually mirror one another. Cancer will rush in and do things very quickly. This is what Sagittarius is supposed to be doing. This masculine energy is supposed to be active and drive the connection. But Cancer, when it's not in its right form, it tries to drive the connection. This is wrong. This is not the way it's supposed to be. And when Sagittarius is not in its right frame of mind, it starts to act very feminine. It starts to do things very slowly. It's still in a healing process. So sometimes there's a need for a separation between you and this person for a short period of time. Now, for some of you, you may say 6 months is not a short period of time. Well, in this case, it is. 6 months is not a long time. For a divinely guided relationship, Lover's card, it takes time. For some of you, like I said, maybe you met this person in spring for some of you. For others of you, things won't get off the ground until next year. And it's because there's a healing phase going on between you and this person, okay? This person's going through a healing here. But again, I'm going to stress, I have to stress in this connection is that you need to know your energy and how it works. If you don't know your energy and you're just rushing in and you're not consciously aware of what's going on, this is the downfall of the connection. There needs to be more understanding and there needs to be more patience and not pushing. Somebody here is pushing and the pushing is not helping the connection, okay? So how does your person feel about you? Let's see. So let's see how Cancer feels about Sag and how Sag feels about Cancer. In this case, beautiful reading. I love it. Somebody needs to be more patient here, understanding, and you need to follow your element. So if you're a Cancer, you need to be patient in this case. And if you're Sagittarius, you're the one that needs to initiate this connection. Otherwise, if you don't initiate things, Cancer will not feel valued in the relationship and they will feel like they're not being appreciated. So this is it's a lot of work for both parties. It's not it's a lot of work for both parties. Okay, here. So, yeah. I do feel like one of you is going to be coming back to the other. There may be a separation or a time of no contact for a short period of time because Sagittarius is healing, or this could be vice versa. Remember, the energies could be vice versa as well too. Okay, so let's see how Cancer feels about Sagittarius and how Sagittarius feels about Cancer. How do these two signs feel about one another? There's a strong need for patience here. I'm hearing patience, patience, patience. Somebody here is not patient. They're rushing all the time. They want things now. That's not good. It's not good to do that, okay? What I'm hearing on the side of Cancer is if I'm not going to get what I want now, then I don't want it at all. For some of you, you're not willing to be patient in this connection. You're not willing to do it because I mean, you may get to that point where you're like, I'm not willing to wait. For others of you, you're like, okay, I'm willing to wait, but I'm not willing to wait forever This could be an issue for some of you, okay? How does Sagittarius feel about Cancer? There's a lot of testing on Sagittarius' side. I feel Cancer Sagittarius tests you a lot. They do a lot of testing. You know, is this going to work? Is this going to work? Spying, testing. By the way, if this person's not contacting you, they could be watching your social media. They could be watching tarot readings about you, Cancer. This is what I feel. Okay, so let's talk about Cancer first. Okay, so how does Cancer feel about Sagittarius? Cancer is coming in as the Seven of Wands, the Nine of Cups, and the Death card. So again, there's something here Cancer wants. Cancer wants the emotional bondage and connection. They want it all with Sagittarius. They are willing to put down everything, all their emotions, their love, everything for this sign. However, there's something that's creating a defensive energy here, which is the Seven of Wands, meaning Cancer, at times, you may come across as pushing Sagittarius away. You may try to push Sagittarius away because, again, let's clarify and see why the Seven of Wands is here. Let's clarify and see why this Seven of Wands is here. But you want it all, Cancer. This is how you feel about Sagittarius. You want it all with them, but the Death card's here. There's a transformation that needs to take place, and you know this. You know that there's a transformation within this connection that needs to happen in order for there to be a strong connection between you and them. Okay, so Seven of Wands. Let's clarify the Seven of Wands. Why is Cancer defensive? Why do they feel this way towards Sag? Why do they feel this way towards Sag? Yeah. So here's the thing. Cancer feels alone. That's how they feel. Nine of Pentacles. And they feel alone because they feel Sagittarius has not been able to make a decision about them. By the way, the Sagittarius you're dealing with, they could have Capricorn in their chart. They could have a lot of Capricorn in their chart, maybe a moon Capricorn, or, you know, because they're coming in as a Two of Pentacles. The reason why you're defensive towards the Sagittarian is because they haven't made a decision about you. And you've been trying to manifest this connection. Okay, Magician. You've been trying to manifest this connection. Why? Because you want the Nine of Cups. You want it all with them, Cancer. You want it all. For some of you, you feel right now in this time, it's not possible. You feel like there's an ending happening between you and this person. Let me clarify the Death card. You want it all, though, because the Nine of Cups is a card of wanting it all. You're like, I want this. I'm ready to die. Like, I feel, Cancer, you're ready to die for Sagittarius. That's how much you love Sagittarius is what I'm getting here. Okay, so let's clarify. But the reason why you're being defensive is because they haven't made a decision about you, and you don't like that. And it's funny because, look, Two of Swords on Sagittarius' side. So the cards don't lie. Okay, let's clarify the Death. Why is the Death card here? Why is this Death card here? I love this reading. It's very beautiful. You know, there's some things that you and this person need to work out, but it's very promising here, you know, if you're patient. Yeah. So here's the thing, Cancer. What I'm getting right away is don't take it personally. That's what I'm getting here. I'm getting don't take it personally. Look at that. Bottom of the deck, we have the Ten of Cups, which is, you know, this is talking about eventual happiness that you and this person can have the 10. You could have this completion, but before you get to that place, a transformation needs to happen within the connection. What does that mean? It means something has to die in the connection first, and you feel that. Intuitively, you know that as a Cancerian. You know that something has to die within Sagittarius first before you and this person can move forward. The Death card is clarified by the Seven of Swords, the Ten of Swords, and the Lovers. A lot of you are taking this personally. You think the reason why Sagittarius is not dealing with you is because there's something wrong with me. Right away, I'm hearing there's something wrong with me. Maybe there's something wrong with me. You know, there's nothing wrong with you, Cancer. You are so good for Sagittarius. They know this. It's the problem is that they need to end something. Okay, Seven of Swords and the Ten of Swords is some sort of deception in their life. You feel this intuitively. You know this. You have your intuition tell you this, but sometimes you question your intuition. Why? Because there's a lot of love here. You actually really love this person. Lover's card is showing up again in the reading. Some of you feel as if this person is your soulmate. See, there's the Lovers. So before you and this person can even have this union, there needs to be a death. A death of what? Death of past energy, a death of a deception, illusion, a death of feeling like taking this personally. A lot of you Cancerians, you're taking this personally with Sagittarius. Spirit is saying, do not take it personally. Sagittarius is going something. They're going through the dark night of the soul. Sagittarius in this case is going through the dark night of the soul, and they're going to continue to go through this until they learn how to make a decision. Okay, and this is something that's been holding them back. So how do they feel about you, Cancer? Well, they feel indecisive. Two of Swords. They're doing a lot of spying on you, Page of Swords. They're trying to see what you're doing on your social media, on your Facebook. They're spying. They want to know, is this a person that I could date long term? 10 of Pentacles. Is this a person that I can be with long term? 10 of Pentacles. Two of Swords. Let's clarify it. What are they indecisive about? Why haven't they made this decision about you yet? Let's see. Queen of Swords, Six of Cups, okay. 10 of Cups. Yeah, so Sagittarius is still connected to somebody from their past. This is why they haven't made a decision. They have the Devil card at the bottom of the clarification deck, meaning, again, Capricorn energy. Some of you, again, Sagittarius has either they have a stellium in Capricorn or they have a moon. They could have a rising in Capricorn. There's some sort of Capricornian energy here for the Sagittarians in this reading. So the Two of Swords is clarified by the Queen of Swords, the Six of Cups, and the 10 of Cups. This person has not gotten over somebody from the past. They're still trying to gain clarity from a past relationship that they were in that may have stemmed for many years, okay? And this relationship that they have, for some of these Sagittarians that I'm reading for here that are dealing with Cancer, they have children with this person from the past, so their heart is closed off because they haven't been able to completely heal from this past connection. And Cancer is taking it personally. Cancer's like, oh, maybe there's something wrong with me. No. There's nothing wrong with you. Trust me, there's nothing wrong with you. It's that Sagittarius is going through their own personal demons. Devil card at the bottom of the clarification deck. They're going through their own demons, and sometimes going through your own demons requires you to do that on your own. So what happens, they ghost you, or there's no contact, or they don't communicate with you, and you're like, is there something wrong with me? I don't understand. The connection was strong. We had a great time together. Everything's good. We love each other. We're kissing, we're hugging, we're doing all these great things together. But then I get ghosted or they stop talking to me because Sagittarius is not ready to move forward yet. They're still dealing with something from the past. Okay? This is what the cards are saying. Let's clarify the Page of Swords. So this person, how do they feel? They spy on you. Page of Swords, they spy. They want to know what you're doing. They want to, even though this person doesn't tell you they're spying on you, they are. And you know that. You feel that. You feel like you're still connected to this person. Page of Swords. There's a lot of love here because we have the Lovers cards. So let's clarify the Page of Swords. We have the Three of Cups. We have the Page of Swords again. Yep, they're doing a lot of spying, Two of Swords. So when they spy on you, Cancer, when Sagittarius spies on you and looks at you through social media or through tarot readings or through calling, mutual friends. Some of you have mutual friends and they call and they're like, well, did you see this? Did you see the Cancer? Where are they? What are they doing? Oh, yeah? Like they talk about you is what I'm getting. Gossip. Lots of gossip here from Sagittarius' side. There will be a reunion between you and this person. Like I said, it could happen in January. Or if it doesn't happen in January, it could happen in October. But I don't see a reunion anytime soon. It's something that's going to take time. Because Sagittarius is in a deep place of being conflicted about something from their past. Let's clarify the Seven of Swords. This is about demons that that Sagittarius is working through, because for some of them they feel taken advantage of. For some of you, Sagittarius feels taken advantage of by you. That's not for everybody, but for some of you, there's an energy here of you taking advantage of this person. It's not going to resonate with everyone, but this is what I'm getting from this side. 10 of Pentacles. The reason why Sagittarius doesn't want to move forward very quickly with you, and for some of you, this connection could just be sexual. It could just be a sexual connection at the beginning. It's very sexual. There's a couple of things here that I'm getting for Sagittarius and how they feel about you, Cancer. The first thing is they want a long-term relationship with you, and they're not going to rush in to do this because in the past, Four of Swords, they dealt with someone who may have taken advantage of them. And this is why the Three of Swords was there on your side, because Sagittarius, and this could have been you could have went through a third party situation and Sagittarius was there to help you heal. Again, the energies could be vice versa, but what Sagittarius feels is, one, they want a long-term connection with you. They want to wait and see. They want to see more of who you are and how you act. And they still need to get over something from the past. This relationship right now could just be sexual, and there's a need to be careful if you are a Sagittarius and you're just going towards Cancer as in sexual energy. It could create a tower moment between you and this person, because Cancer cannot sustain a relationship that's just about sex. There has to be some sort of emotional bondage here that keeps you and this person together. And this is, again, something that you and this person are going to be working through. I do see a reconciliation, though, between you and this person, but it's not going to happen anytime soon. It could happen in the month of January. It could happen it could happen in July. It's rare that it's going to happen in July. I'm seeing more Scorpio season, Leo season, Taurus season, or Aquarius season. Watch out for those seasons. Okay. If you don't know those seasons, look them up online. You will find them. Okay. So the actions that Cancer is going to take towards Sag is what? Let's see. Very beautiful reading. Lots of insight here. I love it. Again, I'm going to say patience is needed in order for this connection to work. How is Cancer moving towards Sagittarius here on out? And how is Sagittarius moving towards Cancer moving forward? Okay. Bottom of the deck is the King of Cups. Lots of love here. Lots of emotional energy here between you and Sagittarius. The way Cancer is moving towards Sagittarius is Cancer's realizing they're not going to be giving all of their love. They're going to be giving small bits of love and seeing how things go over time, because I feel Cancer, in the past, you've given this person a lot of energy and you haven't gotten it back from them. So you're not going to be putting as much in as maybe you were in the past. Page of Cups. This is still very new for you, Cancer. Okay. Queen of Swords is talking about being clear, and you're going to be cutting out some sort of way of doing things in the past. You may have been putting a lot of energy and work into this, and you're realizing that you need to stop doing that. You need to allow Sagittarius to be in its masculine energy. Sagittarius is a masculine sign. It doesn't matter if you're female or male. The fact of the matter is this sign is masculine and Cancer is feminine. So these two signs are dual, meaning they need to know how to work together. Otherwise, it's not going to work. So Cancer needs to realize that they need to sit back. Notice in the how is this person coming towards you energy, how is this person going to approach you? Cancer is sitting down. You see, look, Queen of Swords is sitting down. The Six of Wands is sitting down. And it's almost like somebody needs to come to you, Cancer. You need to allow this person to come to you. So I don't see, or I don't recommend you moving forward to Sagittarius swiftly. Do it in a very subtle way and be very clear about what you want. This is how you're going to be approaching Sagittarius, and this is the best way, is what the cards are saying. Sagittarius is still held back. Four of Pentacles, like I said, because of something from their past. They need to work through this. Ten of Wands. They're going to be approaching you in a way of knowing that they're going to have to put in work. They have to put in work, they know. Ten of Wands. Otherwise, it's not going to work. Because Cancer, you can't keep putting in work and pursuing Sagittarius. It's not going to work like that. It doesn't work. The energies don't work like that. You need to sit back. Sagittarius realizes that not only do they have to work through their own demons, like I said, they have demons that they have to work through, and it's not easy for Sagittarius to do this. they're working through this and they need time to heal. Okay, again, the 4 here holding their energy back from you, which you don't like, but hey, they need to heal. They need to go through their 4 of Swords. So are they approaching you right now? No, they're still going through a healing phase. And if you can understand this, Cancer, things can work out between you and this person, but there needs to be time. The 10 of Wands is about working through something. So they need to work through something first before, and it's something from their past. They need to work through this first and then they can approach you. So you give this person time and allow them to do this. Okay, so let's see what the romance angels have to say for this connection for Cancer. What is the romance angel card for Cancer in this case? Make the effort. Okay, so I feel, Cancer, this is about Sagittarius making the effort towards you. Okay, it says great love is worth taking the steps you've been guided to take. So a couple of things, Cancer, there's been a lot of insight in this reading on what you need to do and what you shouldn't do. And Spirit is reinforcing that by saying making the effort, meaning Sagittarius needs to make the effort. And there's also a lot of things that need to be learned here. And this reading is going to guide you on what to do and what not to do. You and this person have a very strong connection, but what is required is patience, one, from Cancer. And that's part of making the effort. Some of you feel, Cancer, that you need to take action. You don't. You know, you did that in the past and it didn't work. So, you know, doing something over and over again that doesn't work means that you need to not do it anymore. You have to allow Sagittarius to make the effort. This is what Sagittarius needs to do towards you. Let's see what Sagittarius's romance angel card is for this connection. So somebody here needs to make the effort. Yeah, we have 2 cards here. Somebody here needs to make the effort, and I don't feel like this is Cancer. It could be vice versa again, but I'm getting someone here needs to make the effort in order for this to work. Otherwise, it can't just be one person doing everything. That's not a connection. Like I said, there's children in this connection. For some of you, you're dealing with a Sagittarian that has had children with someone else. If that's not the case, this person is still going through their own demons. I feel like Sagittarius has something to work through, and the issue here in this connection that you have to be very careful of, if you are a Cancer dealing with Sagittarius, do not create codependency in the relationship, because this stagnates the energy of growth. Codependency stagnates the energy of growth. It creates addictions and it's not good. So there needs to be an energy of letting this person work through their demons, work through the past energy. If there's children involved, they need to work through that first. If they fail to work through this, and you and this person try to come together, it's going to fail. Tower moment. So you need to be conscious of this. This is something that's been a theme throughout the whole entire reading. So what is the outcome between you and this person? By the way, I just want to mention the outcome can change at any time. This outcome could be for now, but you know, if you do another reading, if I do another deep love reading for Cancer and Sagittarius, the energies can change because energy is constantly changing. Okay, so what is the outcome? Give me 3 cards, please. Let's see what the outcome, the likely outcome between you and this person is if you follow the instructions that are given to you in this reading. Ooh, look at that. 8 of Pentacles, Hierophant, and what else? Tower. Yeah, see, I mentioned the Tower to you. You know, so it's up to you if you want to listen. I mentioned the Tower. I told you the Tower was there. If you fail to follow the advice in this reading, Tower. If you fail to rush things when they're not supposed to be rushed, Tower. If you don't allow this person to work through their demons, Tower. If you don't allow this person to work through their past, Tower. If you don't give this person space, Tower. You see, all of these things are so important. And some of you, it hurts to be separated. It hurts to have no contact. It hurts to not have a decision from this person. You need to give this person space. And when you do that and you follow the rules and you follow what has been guided in this reading for you, that is when Spirit is going to allow you to work on yourself, work on what you need to do in order to have you and this person come together and have the commitment. Some of you want to get married to this person or you want to have a major commitment with them. It's not going to happen until Sagittarius deals with their demons. They have demons that they have to deal with, or it could be vice versa. Maybe Cancer has demons that they need to deal with. Again, the energies could always be flipped, but I don't see anything majorly bad in this reading. I mean, somebody here needs to work on their own things first. Somebody here needs to work out their own things by themselves. Notice how this person's by themselves. They're not with anybody. They're working on something that needs to be completed here. So allow this person to work on healing. Allow this person to get rid of the demons from their past in order for you to come together so that there isn't a tower moment. Okay? So let's see the planets that are affecting this connection. What astrological planets are affecting your connection right now in this time? Wow, very beautiful reading. I liked it. It has a lot of promise. It has a lot of hope, but there's a need and requirement for you and this person to be patient. So how is Cancer affected astrologically in this connection from Sag through Neptune? Yeah, so a lot of illusions here. So Cancer, you feel very confused sometimes with the way Sagittarius behavior is, but this is also something that draws you into Sagittarius because it creates this like uncertainty, and you kind of like that. Your fantasies, yearnings, longings, and potential for illusion. Yes. So this person, Sagittarius, brings a little bit of illusion into your life, and it also, they also bring this like uncertainty, and this is something that keeps drawing you in. This is something that you really like. But at the same time, this is also about being practical. Okay. So Cancer, you need to be practical and not just jump into this because you're infatuated. There could be a level of infatuation here where you're infatuated with the way this person looks, the way this person does certain things, the mysteries that this person has. Some of you are dealing with a Sagittarian that's very mysterious. They could have Scorpio in their chart as well too. Okay. All right. So what planet is affecting Sagittarius in this connection with Cancer? Let's see. Okay. So we have two. I'm going to read both of them. Okay, so we have Jupiter and the moon. Yeah, see, look. Oh, wow, thank you, Spirit. So remember how I was saying at the beginning of the reading, Jupiter is ruled by Sagittarius and the moon is ruled by Cancer. In astrology, I'm not talking about tarot now. This is a combination of tarot and astrology. Yeah, so what happens to Sagittarius when they're with Cancer is their emotions expand. They're learning how to love in this case. This is something that Sagittarius wasn't able to do. And this is another thing too, is there's a codependency here. There's a need to be careful of the codependency that could be created because Sagittarius is a very free-spirited sign. Notice how with Jupiter, this person's like jumping off again. Here's that cliff. They want to have this new beginning with you, but they're still going through their own rising of the phoenix. They still need to go through this learning confidence, how to have self-belief, how to believe in themselves. And a lot of you are contributing, like Cancer's contributing that to Sagittarius because of the moon. Like the moon is about our unconscious. It says your unconscious, sensitive inner emotions and responses. So I feel Cancer, Sagittarius is learning to be emotional through you, how to be loving, how to not be codependent, and how to still be happy and loving in a connection. So the moon is really playing a strong role here as well as Jupiter. And anytime you deal with a Sagittarius, their emotions automatically expand. And this scares Sagittarius. It's scary for them because Sagittarius is not an emotional sign, but they like that about you. This is what they like about you. They like the fact that you open up this emotional doorway that they can experience love and appreciation. But there's also a need to be careful because it could create codependency. And this is why there could be a separation at times, or times when you and this person take time away from one another, because there could be a possibility for codependency, which leads to a tower moment. So there needs to be balance here. Lots of balance is needed. Okay, so let's see what house is affecting you, Cancer, when it comes to this connection. What house, astrological house, is affecting you and this person? We have the 8th house. Yes. So again, see the 2 rings here. Somebody here wants a commitment. They want to get married, or they want to have this commitment, but a transformation needs to happen. Death card. You see, look, this transformational area of your life is about shedding resources and intense emotions. So there's emotional intentions. There's an intense emotion here between you and this person, but something has to die out first. 8th house. In order for this to happen. So how is this affecting you, Cancer? It's affecting your ability to connect with this person through physical transformations in your life and shedding certain intense emotions. And Cancer, sometimes you get really emotional about this connection, like to the point where sometimes you cry, and that's okay. This is about shedding the illusions. This is about shedding the emotions and allowing this person to make the effort towards you. This is what's going to build this Hierophant energy, and it's something that happens over time, because when we look at Neptune in the 8th house, Neptune is a planet that takes quite some time to transit the sun completely, to do its full cycle, meaning it's going to take time. This connection is not something that's going to happen right away for you. And if you're patient and willing to be patient, it doesn't mean that you can't date other people. If this person hasn't given you a commitment, by all means, if you feel like you are wanting to date other people, date other people. But don't expect things to happen right away between you and this person. Why? Death card, 8th house, is all about transformation. And this is what's taking place right now in the connection behind the scenes. So for Sagittarius, what house in astrology is affecting this connection? The 11th house. Some of you have to be friends first before you get into this connection. I feel Sagittarius has a strong desire to be with you, Cancer, but they need to figure out what is best for them right now in this time. It says where the cosmos grants wishes, luck, friends, and social occasions. So this person, some of you met this person through a social occasion. Maybe you met them through a party or through other friends. This is something that happened naturally. And what it's talking about, the 11th house is talking about wishes. Sagittarius wants to be with you, I feel. But again, they have to work through certain things, and they need to work through their own wishes and their own desires in order to make this happen. And this is going to require a lot of patience on both sides. Okay, so this is what I feel for you. We're going to close off the reading with how this person feels, the messages that this person wants to give you. Also, this will be posted in the story as well if I have a chance. If not, since I'm doing it in this reading, I might not even put them in the story. Okay. So let's see. What does Sagittarius want to tell you, Cancer? Okay, this is the higher self, what their higher self wants to tell you. If they had a chance to talk to you right now, what would they say to you? What would Sagittarius tell Cancer right now? If they had a chance to talk to you, Cancer, what would they tell you right now? Yeah, love endures. See, this is what Sagittarius is trying to tell you, to be patient, to have endurance, to be patient with them. Love does not give up or lose faith. Love is hopeful and withstands every situation. I will be posting these on the story, okay, so that you can see them clearly. I'll mention them in this reading, and then I'll add them into the story, okay? The next card that we have, look at the moon here. So the moon can be very significant on when you get communication from this person. Please watch all the moon phases, especially the moon phases and the eclipses. Sagittarius wants to tell you, Cancer, speak the language of love. This means loving words have the power to change lives, including your own. So there's things that you say to Sagittarius, Cancer, that really just makes them feel really loved. And they like that about you, and they hope that you continue to give this loving words and messages to them. This is what they really enjoy. What else does Sagittarius want to tell you? What else does Sagittarius want to tell Cancer? Okay, and the final card that we have from Sagittarius is actions speak louder than words, and that's number 49, and it says express your love through actions. So again, the energy could be vice versa, but maybe Sagittarius wants to see some sort of action from you. They're expecting something from you, maybe something that you haven't done. They want you to express something loudly to them, okay? Like, you have to say something. They want you to say something to them. And this could be just expressing something, maybe sending a letter, or maybe expressing something. This is for some of you, not all of you, okay? This is what Sagittarius wants to tell Cancer. And what does Cancer want to tell Sagittarius when it comes to this connection? Beautiful reading. I love it. It's so positive. It's nice. It's beautiful. This is something that, again, has a lot of potential here, but there needs to be patience. I'm hearing Sagittarius say to Cancer, please have patience with me. I'm still going through healing. I'm still going through certain things. Cancer says, be willing to express love. So Cancer, you want Sagittarius to express love to you and give you the love that you give to them in return. This is what you want. And the message here is express love to receive love. So Cancer is trying to tell you, Sagittarius, if you want love from them, you need to show them love. You need to give them love because they can't keep giving you love and expressing this to you and you're not giving it back to them. Cancer has a lot to say. Cancer has like 4 cards that came out. I'm going to read them. The first card that we have is like attracts like. Yeah. So Cancer is realizing that the more you hold back from them, the less they're willing to invest in the connection. It says, if you long for more love, be more loving. You see, Cancer wants more love from you. Be willing to express. Be willing to show more love. This is what Cancer wants from you, Sagittarius, and they feel like they're not getting enough of that from you. Okay. Spend quality time together. Cancer wants to spend quality time. For some of you, you could be spending quality time during the moon phases. Watch the moon phases. This is the sign of the moon coming to fruition, to the fullness of the moon. Okay. The gibbous moons. Spending quality time together. Listen and talk to each other. Cancer wants to talk to you, Sagittarius. They're longing to speak to you. We have take a chance on love. When we love, our lives are changed forever. Cancer is trying to tell you, Sagittarius, they want you to take a chance on them because you're worried about taking a chance on them. They want you to take this chance. And it says back to what you love. They want you to come back to them. They want to communicate with you. It says reevaluate your desires. So for some of you, Sagittarius, Cancer is trying to say to you that you haven't made a decision or you're not sure of what you want. You need to figure out what you want first before approaching this connection. Okay, so this is the Deep Love reading, Deep Love Tarot Astrology reading with Monica Love at the Love Messages. I hope this reading helped you. I hope it gave you some sort of insight. Please rewatch the video. Please connect with the reading because there's a lot of insight in the reading to help you overcome certain things as well as time frames. If you like this reading and you want a reading like this for your sign and your person's sign, be sure to join me in the membership Mondays on my channel. You can join by any desktop or laptop. I do not recommend you joining through the cell phone because sometimes the join button doesn't come up. You can join there. I do offer these deep love readings for your sign. They are still general readings, but I do offer them every Sunday. I post in the community section for you all to vote. When you join the channel, when you join Membership Mondays, you have more influence on what is posted on the channel and what type of readings I will do on the channel. You also get a percentage off of the in-store merchandise, which is coming very soon, courses that I will be offering, and certain personal readings that I may offer in the future, as well as cool badges and stickers when you join, okay? And if you don't join, you could still vote on the community section, usually on Sundays between the hours of 10 to 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is when I post. So you want to make sure that you are there right on time to post your sign and the sign of the person that you're dealing with. Okay. So again, I hope this helped you. I hope it gave you some sort of insight. I'm sending you lots of love and light. This is Monica Love at the Love Messages, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.